Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 53 of Wrestling with Brent. The usual spiel. I'm gonna just be going over some wrestling news and the wrestling reviews for the week. There's kind of a lot to talk about, but not really. Kinda some small stories. Uh, Seems like it's been a while since I made my last video. That's because Ring of Honor's, AEW schedule. They just had Dynamite Saturday night, so it's kind of throwing my streaming schedule off a little bit. Uh, but I'm going to talk about some things and I'm going to give my basic opinion about stuff and then I'll go into the show reviews. Uh, yep, so here we go. Um, I'm going to start with a little bit of wrestling news first. I know that most people that watch will keep up with wrestling, so they probably know all this stuff. But just bear with me and I'll try to go through things as quick as I can as possible. Um, Sure, most people know by now WWE had some more. They fired some more wrestlers last week, let go of some more talent last week, and I thought it was worth mentioning because some of them were noteworthy. In my opinion, I liked them a lot. But uh, so here we go. Uh, WWE released Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Tony Nese, Killian Dane, the Singh brothers, Ariana Daivari, August Gray, Kurt Stein, Marina Shafir, and Eberaz. Um, I've always been a big fan of Tyler Breeze. I was a fan of his ever since he first debuted in NXT. Um, I was happy when he got called to the main roster. I hoped they would use him more, but they didn't. They didn't do much with him. Um, Eventually, they paired him up with Fandango. I wasn't a fan of Fandango at first, but he eventually won me over because he was a good wrestler. Uh, Eventually, I even liked, as dumb as it was, I liked when Tyler Breeze and Fandango had the fashion files and the fashion police. It was stupid as it was funny. I liked it when they dressed up as older women against the New Day in a match. Um, yep, so Tyler Breeze just has a lot of talent. They put him and Fandango back in the NXT recently. They had a good little tag team run, I thought. Did good things. You hear Tyler Breeze had his own wrestling school, and he also was helping the training a lot in NXT, and he was probably the longest trainer tenured NXT person there. Um, he'd been with WWE for like 12 years, I believe. So, um, hated for him and I hated for Fandango because I've really become a fan of both of them, and I think they're good. Seem like good guys, and they're good wrestlers. So I hope they land on their feet somewhere else because they're good wrestlers. Yep. Tony Nese. Tony Nese, I saw him wrestle. He did a lot of. He was basically a job, but they never done much with him. But every time I see him, just his look and the way he looked, and his physique, and his look and the way he carried himself. And I thought he was a good wrestler, very athletic. So I liked him. I always wish they used him more. They never, he never learned to his potential because they never used him right. Um, you know. So that sucks for him. I hope to see him wrestle somewhere else. Killian Dane. Killian Dane, this is probably the most surprise to me just because, um, they've been using a lot on NXT the last several months. They had him at tag team with Drake Maverick. Um, yeah, he was just always the one insanity beside Eric Young I thought was going to break out, especially when they made him a solo star, a solo act. I thought he was going to really break out. He's got the look, and he's a beast, and he's strong and athletic and big for his size, can move, for his size. Um, he's got talent. He was never used well, in my opinion, never used at all, really, personally. Um, yeah. So I just hated for him that he got released. Hopefully he lands somewhere else. I'd like to see him in AEW, put him with some of the big guys, Lance Archer, Miro. Maybe have him work some dark matches against Luchasaurus. Um, think it could be a good matchup. Yep, so hopefully he'll land on his feet somewhere else, Killian Dane. The Singh brothers, uh, as they was last known, the Bollywood boys. They originally started the Singh brothers. They was Jinder Mahal's lackeys, for a better term. When he won the title, he was the modern day Maharaja, and would come out on like a magic carpet, like an Arabian Prince kind of thing, and they was like his bodyguards or entourage, whatever you want to call them. Uh, I liked seeing them get beat up. I liked it when they did the entrance because it was just so stupid, ridiculous. The modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. But they were just always kind of there. They were never enough, great. They were jobbers. Maybe they could have been something, if WWE used them more, But I hate to see anybody get fired. So best of luck to them. Ariel Daivari, I want to say I've seen him wrestle a couple times in NXT. Um, they didn't really use him much. I didn't see him much. I can't really say enough much about him. Hope he gets finds work elsewhere. August Gray. I believe he was used some in NXT UK. Um, I didn't watch NXT UK, so I didn't know. He was evidently a popular indie wrestler, popular on the indies. Um, so NXT snatched him up to keep him away from AEW, if I'm not mistaken. So I've heard about him. I heard he was good, but I honestly, yeah, don't think I've seen any of his work. But I'm sure he'll land somewhere on his feet eventually. So uh, good luck to him. Heard he's talented, so I'd like to see more of him somewhere. Uh, I'd like to see him somewhere. Yep. Kurt Stallion, I believe he was on 205 Live. To be honest, I never watched the first episode of 205 Live or NXT UK, so I wouldn't know about him. I just knew the name. I don't know nothing about him, so whoever he is, sorry he got released. Sorry he's out of a job. Hope he finds work elsewhere. Uh, this one kind of surprised me too. Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir is the real life wife of Roderick Strong. Um, she came in WWE with Ronda Rousey as the Four Horsewomen. Her, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, Jessamine Duke. In this last set of cuts, they released Jessamine Duke, and now they've released Marina Shafir. The only one left from the original clique is Shayna Baszler, so maybe they think Ronda Rousey's never coming back. So I guess whenever we get to see that Four Horsewomen, um, versus the Four Women WWE match we was going to see. Uh, yep, so that's a bummer. I liked Marina Shafir. I thought she's beautiful. They never really used her. Uh, so I hope she lands on her feet somewhere else because I think she's got potential. Her and Jessamine Duke too. So both. So yep. And then the last was Everrise. Everrise just kind of surprised me just because they were used on a lot on NXT lately, just in skits and matches and stuff. I've seen them wrestle a lot, over the last few months on NXT. Uh, I can't really say a whole lot about them. They was okay. Not much to say. They were pretty much jobbers. Uh, yeah. So I just hope they got released. Hope they find work elsewhere. Yep. So that's all the releases. Also, news that happened last week. WWE fired one writer. She had went on some podcast and made some crazy comments. She was a stand-up comedian, so she could have all been joking, but WWE didn't like it and fired her. Um, Her name is Kenise Mobley. She made some, basically said she didn't know anything about wrestling. WWE basically said we didn't care, we want you anyway. 'Cause she was some kind of TV writer and comedy writer. So that's basically why they hired her. Is what she said. She said she even don't even didn't even know Bobby Lashley's name. She thought his name was Bobby Ashley. Um, yeah. Uh, so she just made a lot of really just weird, kind of dumb comments, things you shouldn't have said, especially being hired recently by a company, and saying the things that she said just kind of dumb. Uh, but anyway, it was sad she lost her job. I hate it for her. But she basically said she would get paid double or triple what she was making, at her regular job. So you can go look it up for yourself, find out what all she said, but just not a smart move on her part, but hate she lost her job, and best of luck to her, you know. eh, you know, it's one of those things. Yep. So there's that. Also, my old Bella Twins video resurfaced a couple days ago. Somebody from Twitter pulled it up. And people were talking about it. It got some, talked about, but not a lot talked about. But I just wanted to mention it. A little bit of controversy. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but uh, you all know China had her big documentary come out recently on Vice. I haven't watched it yet, but what I saw was really good. Um, so an old Bella Twins video resurfaced on Twitter. Uh, I had a lot of trying to say they was mocking China. One was said as mocking China, but um, they was on Joan Rivers' old show, and Joan Rivers made a joke, and Nikki Bella made a joke saying, we don't know if China is a man or a woman, and just kind of laughed it off, and Brie kind of laughed. Uh, After that, Joan Rivers went on to make jokes about China, whether she had a penis or not, and just, and the Bella twins kind of laughed it off. Somebody from Twitter used that, and this was, like I said, 8 years ago. Uh, Somebody lit it from Twitter and just sent it to China's Twitter, and people from China's family, whoever's running China's Twitter account now, tweeted it back and said they felt disrespected because they was disrespecting China. Everybody was all over Nikki and the Bella twins, giving them down the road. Nikki Bella was to the party saying she was really sorry. China's Twitter page showed and liked Nikki Bella's apology. Retweeted her apology. Um, you know. So it's kind of this filming is just kind of dumb. Yes, it's not. I was surprised to see this footage. I think Nikki Bella seems like a great person. Brie too as well. Especially Nikki. I'm a big fan of the Bella Twins. I always have been. I think they seem like nice people. I watch all their shows and stuff. Listen to the podcast some. I have their book. So I've been a big fan of them as people and as wrestlers. I think they're beautiful and just seem like really nice people. Um, so I just think like Nikki Bus on the pod, she was just 19 at the time, I believe, and was just dumb and just with a stupid thing she said. It was just a stupid joke that didn't land. Uh, and she had seemed very sorry and apologetic in her apology. So yeah, that's that. Uh, Again, I don't think it's anything that was really a big deal. I just finally admit it, because it wasn't the headlines, the last couple of days. Yep. So there's that. Also, the last couple of days, I found out one of the couple wrestlers I like got engaged. I didn't even know they was together. Jessica Havoc and Sammy Callahan got engaged. So congratulations to them. I've always been a Sammy Callahan fan. I like Jessica Havoc. I've been a fan of hers for years as well. I didn't even know they was together. Apparently they've been together like 9 or 10 years already. And he finally popped a question, and she had it on Twitter, and he popped to in a museum or something like that. And it was the pictures and stuff was really cool, and they looked really happy, and it was good pictures. So happy for both of them. I'm a fan of both of them. So congrats to them on their engagement. Also, it come out earlier today or yesterday, earlier today that Jungle Boy and Anna Jay are now dating. Jungle Boy and Anna Jay have AW, so that's cool. Happy for Jungle Boy. Seems like a nice guy. I'm a fan of his. I'm also a fan of Anna Jay's as well. She thinks she's a good wrestler, very beautiful. I'm a little jealous of Jungle Boy. He's a lucky man, Anna Jay's beautiful. Uh, Man, so props to Jungle Boy. Congratulations to Jungle Boy and Anna Jay on there and on them, being a couple, and I wish them the best. Fan of both of them, I'm happy for them. So, yep. Also, and I just want to mention a couple quick things, then I'll go into the show reviews, and then I'll try to wrap this video up as quick as possible. NXT's been very good lately. I hadn't talked about it much, but it has been very good lately. SmackDown hasn't didn't do much for me Friday. I thought it was kind of boring. Yeah. I actually, believe it or not, I actually liked Raw. For Monday night, I can't believe I'm saying this. This the one that just happened, just last night. I actually thought it was good. It was a lot better than the week before, last week's. Um, so they actually had a good show. They did some things I would have done and did some things I liked. So this show was actually a lot better than the usual. It wasn't horrible like it Raw usually is. Um, so for whatever that's worth, uh, yep. Also, before I go into the show real quick, I want to say there was some a little bit of controversy for Eddie Kingston. He made some statements. A video come out of AEW Saturday night after it went off the air. He basically cut a promo and was saying, basically said the other company he was taking shots at WWE, uh, saying they don't listen to fans, they don't like their fans, they don't respect their legends, they don't treat their legends right. Basically, he said AEW loves their fans and they treat their fans good and they treat their legends right. Um, and they're good to their wrestlers. Um, yeah, so that was that. He was saying how WWE has no heart. The rest, most of them, they just come there for a paycheck. Um, yeah. So, but I think I don't see nothing wrong with it. He took some shots at WWE, big deal. WWE was the very first ones to take shots at Triple H. Wasn't AEW when it all first started? AEW first started up. So they've been trading, shots back and forth. Both companies for, you know, forever now. So everybody does it. It's just one of those things. Did this really look good on Eddie for saying it? Even though really what he said, all what he said was true. Um, I'd rather him not say it, but at the same time, it wasn't a big deal. Just who cares? Whatever. Yep. But I love Eddie Kingston, and I just thought some of this was funny. I did laugh a little bit. It was funny. Yep. So there it is. In my opinion, it wasn't a big deal. Yep. So there it is. There you have it. Now that's all for the wrestling news. Now I'm gonna go into the show reviews really quick, and I'll try to wrap this up. Uh, I thought the episode of Ring of Honor and the episode of Dynamite were very good. Um, Ring of Honor I thought was very good. Um, and like I said, AEW, I really liked this AEW episode. Yep. So let me break it down real quick. Uh, Ring of Honor. The first match uh, was Matt Taven against Dutch. Uh, This was a good match. Dutch is, the new guy they brought in the Vinny's Marseille's the righteous stable. He's the one I told you about attacked Matt Taven during the match pay per view with him and Vincent wrestling in the gym in a street fight, and a guy came from the weapons and knocked them both out and knocked them both out and put them to a table, and he picked up Vincent and carried him out of the thing, and I was just freaked out. It was just really weird, really cool. Just a big surprise. Uh, yeah, so that was Dutch. Um, this was a good match. I liked it. Uh, Matt Taven won by disqualification. The Righteous got involved. Vita Von Star got involved. Uh, yeah, this was a good match. I liked it. Um, At the end, Vinny showed up. Vincent Marcellia showed up and cut a promo. Was acting crazy and dancing on top of the barricade. Yes, and this was cool. Maria Kanellis got involved a little bit and basically told Vita Von Star about her actions to finish in this match. She's out of the Ring of Honor tournament, women's tournament, so that's interesting. They have a spot open in the women's tournament now. I wonder who they're going to use to fill it. Uh, so I'd say about that, but this was a good match. I liked it. I liked the Vincent promos afterwards, his just crazy, rants and stuff. I like the rights and I like Vincent's whole gimmick in the Ring of Honor. Now he's just been killing it for several months. It's weird, creeping, just really good. Uh, I really enjoy it. He gives me like a Charles Manson, Rob Zombie feel. I don't know why, but really cool. I like it. And Matt Taven did good in the match as well. It was also cool to see Mike Bennett come out. Yeah. So yeah, this was a good match. I liked it. I liked the good match and the stuff afterwards and all that. Uh, Now the next match, Survival of the Fittest 2021 Finals. The winner would face Roosh at the Best in the World. Um, Bandito and Flamita started out the match. Uh, he now goes by Demonic and Fleeta. Brian Johnson was also in the match. Chris Dickinson, Eli Isom, Bandito, and Red Titus. It was a really good match, really fun. I really liked it. A lot of really good wrestling. Chris Dickinson got the first win in the opening part. Uh, Bandito got a win. Uh, by the end of it, eventually came down to Isom and Bandito, and they had a really good stretch. I thought everybody in the match looked really good. Um, so basically, it came down to and Bandito. He punched his ticket. Yep. Since it was a really good match, I wished it would have been saved for the crowd. But it was a very good match. I really liked it. I just really enjoyed it. It was a really hectic, a lot of action, just a really just fun 100 miles per hour match. I really enjoyed it. It was non-stop action. I really enjoyed it. Yep. But Bandito got the win. It was a really fun match. I really enjoyed this episode of Ring of Honor. I thought it was very good. Um, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because I just thought that last match was really good. Yep. So Ring of Honor, 7 out of 10. Another really good Ring of Honor episode. Really enjoyed this week. Yep. So another really good Ring of Honor episode. So yep. Ring of Honor, 7 out of 10. Uh, Now this is AEW's show for Saturday night. I thought this was a really good show. To me, there was nothing, bad at all on this show. I thought everything, enjoyed everything actually. I enjoyed it. I know there's some stuff people weren't crazy about, but I personally enjoyed it. So I just thought this was a really good show, especially the title match at the end, the main event. I thought was very, very good, very good match. It wasn't a 5-star classic, but it was still a very good match. Um, yep, it starts out the show with showing Civic Guevara enter the building. Sean Spears attacked him, so that was cool. It's a cool video. Uh, the first match was Hangman Page vs. Powerhouse Hobbs. Thought this was a really good competitive match. Hangman Page got the win. AEW did some video packages again, getting to do a good job on the video packages. They always do, it seems like, in my opinion. Uh, Commercial break. Backstage, the Bucks cut a promo with Brandon Cutler, and it was a good promo. I liked it. Um, Conan comes out. Conan and Tully Blanchard have a really good face-to-face competition back and forth. Tully Blanchard insults Conan. Uh, Basically, FTR come out and attack Conan from behind, and Tully and FTR beat the crap out of Conan, uh, and FTR hit the big power driver double team on Conan and spike him in the ring. Uh, Dante Martin comes out. Vic Guerrero comes out saying, "Excuse me," and she has Andrade with her. Uh, Says they have a huge announcement. Matt set out music, interrupts Vic, and he walks past Andrade and Vic to the ring. Match to the announcement, to the annoys them. Uh, Leads to the next match. Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal. This was a good match. Thought they both looked good. Matt Sydal got the win. His lightning spiral finish got the win. So Matt Sydal beat him. Matt Sydal celebrated with Mike in the ring. Uh, they showed respect to Dante Martin. Then they cut a promo show backstage, and Jungle Boy talked, said tonight would be the biggest night of his life. Christian Cage interrupted and said he shouldn't be happy, he should be mad. Uh, Christian Cage said he thinks Kenny Jungle Boy says Kenny thinks Jungle Boy is a legit contender. Christian Cage says Jungle Boy shocked the world by winning the Casino Battle Royal. And said he would shock the world again. Said it was a good segment. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Mark Sterling and Jay cut a promo. I liked it. It was good. Said they have a partnership with AW Shop. So it was a quick little promo. I liked it. It was good. Marvez is backstage at the Pinnacle now. MJF cut a good promo. Uh, have a huge brawl backstage. They all wound up in a ring. It was good. I liked it. Uh, Sammy Guevara said on Wednesday night he will show he's the best ever against MJF, and he said, you know it, mocking MJF. So Sammy and MJF next week, so that should be good. Also, AEW will be back on Wednesday, starting this Wednesday, so that's good. Yep. So this was the whole segment, and everything was good, and beatdown was good. I liked it. This whole fight was good. I liked it. Commercial break. Back for commercial. Miro cut a promo, showed a promo Miro cut out in the day. It was good. I liked it. Um, Him and Brian Pillman have a match for the TNT title next week on Dynamite coming up, so that should be good on Wednesday. Uh, Next match was Ethan Page versus Bear Bronson of Bear Country. I thought this was a good match. I thought Ethan Page looked good. I thought Bear Bronson looked good. I liked Bear Country. I watched them wrestle a lot on AEW Dark. They're very talented. I'm glad they're in AEW. I'm glad I discovered them. I like them a lot. Bear Country. Yep. Scorpio Sky, it was cool to see him. It's always cool to see him. Ethan Page, I thought, had a good match. He looked good. Uh, Ethan Page hit his Ego's Edge finisher to get the win. Uh, After that, Scorpio Sky got in the mic. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page basically cut a promo on Darby Allin, and they challenged Darby to a coffin match. For next, so that should be awesome. I can't wait for that. That should be a really fun match. Then we get a promo backstage from Brett Baker and Rebel. They cut a match. They cut a promo. So that was cool. Uh, then they showed Vicky and Nyla Rose cut a promo. Yep. This is just basically setting their match up, uh, the title matchup, that they got coming up. So, yep. So all this was good. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial. The Hardy Family music comes out, and the Bunny comes out, accompanied by the Blade. This next match is Chris Statlander with Orange Cassidy in the corner versus the Bunny and the Blade. Bunny with the Blade in her corner. I thought this was a good, fun match. I thought the Bunny did a good job. It was always cool seeing Orange Cassidy and the Blade. It's always great seeing Chris Statlander. She's very beautiful. So is the Bunny. Big fan of Chris Statlander and the Bunny. They're both beautiful. Uh, Chris Statlander just really been killing since she's been back in AEW. She's getting better and better, and she's just really cool to watch in the ring. Just her presence and charisma and her look and character. I just like it. Everything for her works. Uh, Everything with her works. She's got some cool moves. So does Allie. This was a really fun match. I liked it. It was a really good match. Uh, Statlander ended up hitting her signature of the Big Bang Theory, her finisher for the win. So Chris Statlander beat Allie. After the match, the Blade attacked Orange Cassidy after the match. TH2 run down and joined the beatdown on Orange Cassidy. Blade got some brass knuckles. TH2 hold Orange up, and the Blade hit a huge shot on Orange Cassidy with the brass knuckles. The Blade and TH2 stand over Orange Cassidy and celebrate. Uh, then we can see Tony Schiavone with QT Marshall. QT cut a promo on Brock Anderson. This was good promo. I liked it. Yep. And I liked the match before, like I said, with Allie and Chris Statlander. But there was a good match, good women's match. One of the better AEW women's matches they've had. So yeah, I liked the QT promo. Uh, the next, Brian Pillman Jr. cut a promo, and I thought he did a good job with it. Uh, Back from commercial, Kingston and Penta are backstage. They cut a little promo. It was good. Anytime Kingston Little Mike's good. Uh, uh, Next, we had the main event. Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy for the title. Before it even got started, um, Callis and the Good Brothers and I should say the Good Brothers and Marco Stunt were drawing back and forth, and Luchasaurus. So the referee threw all of them out before the match even started, so it made things more even. Yep. But this was a very good match, really good title match. Very good match. Won the main event a couple times that made it seem like Jungle Boy was going to pull the upset and beat Kenny Omega. But most people, including myself, knew that Kenny Omega was going to win. But it was still a very good match. Jungle Boy showed a lot of heart, a lot of fight. I liked how he kept countering the V trigger multiple times. Uh, I love when he does it. It's a very dangerous move, but it's awesome when Jungle Boy does that poison rider. He did it on Kenny. It looked awesome. Just a really good, fun match. I liked the ending how Jungle Boy kept putting on his snare trap uh, submission on Kenny. Kenny finally had to grab hold of Jungle Boy's hair. I thought that was cool. Kenny, I like when he does the V triggers and he does that Tiger Driver and the snapmare suplexes. I love all that stuff. This was just a really fun, good title, good main event, really good title match. I really enjoyed it. Kenny Omega um, You know, he basically gave Jungle Boy 75% of this match. And Kenny Omega sold a lot for Jungle Boy and really helped Jungle Boy get over. Um, but Jungle Boy, pretty much is already with the crowd. Everybody loves Jungle Boy. He's a fan favorite, has been, for a long time. Really since AW started, since he first started, really. Um, since he got started, with Jurassic Express, he just kind of, his popularity just after a month or two just really took off. He's got a lot of fans. So this was just a very good match. I really enjoyed it. Great match. Um, so yeah, I just really enjoyed this episode of Dynamite. Thought it was very good. After the match, uh, Omega went to hit Jungle Boy with the belt. Christian Cage run down, tapped Omega, said Jungle Boy. Hardy family office gets involved, runs down, attack Christian. Matt Hardy took out Christian. Hardy goes for a Christian fail like he's been doing for several weeks. Christian reversed it into a kill switch, but the Young Bucks hit a double super kick on Christian. Hardy hit a twist fade on Christian Cage, deleting Hardy. Family office celebrated over Christian Cage to close the show, and that's how the show ended. So I would really enjoy the show. I thought everything on it was good. Personally, I really loved the even the squash matches with Even Page and Bear Country. I even liked it. The women's match I thought was good. Enjoyed the promos. I enjoyed the beatdowns. Enjoyed the backstage stuff. Enjoyed the interviews. The promo, the video packages. I just thought this was a really well done, put together show of Dynamite. I really enjoyed it. Because I liked the last match so good, I want to give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. So this week of Dynamite gets a 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion. Very good show. 7.5 out of 10 for Dynamite. Um, so this is another really good week for wrestling shows. I'm not going to be reviewing any GCW stuff for this episode because there was no GCW didn't have an event this weekend. But the next time they have an event, I will cover that. Um, so that's it, guys. That's all for. Like I said, this was another really good week of wrestling, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed both shows, Ring of Honor and AEW, and also Jordan at NXT. NXT's been good lately. Yep. So that's it, guys. That's all for this review. Hope you guys liked it. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. Happy wrestling. See ya. Bye.